Good morning. Myself, M. Arivalagan. I am going to present Chatbot. Chatbot is a computer programming. It was working in couple of ways: guidelines and machine learning. Guidelines means limited bots. Limited bots are already fixing question and answers. Example is banking chatbot. You need any help for bank, you only replying account details and transaction details and debit card details. Another one is machine learning. Machine learning is artificial intelligence, neural networking. Neural networking is human brain and basic knowledge of chatbot. Chatting, communication, messaging. Bot, robots. Both text and voice can be supported. In older days, messages are passed users if and else conditions. Example, website chat. Python and R programming are available in libraries in chatbot. It's also known as conversational agent. History of chatbot. First chatbot developed by MIT professor Joseph Weizenbaum in year of 1966. It was called ELIZA, pattern matching and substitution methodology. Next, PARI was construction American psychiatrist Kenneth Colby in 1972. Next version is Smart Child, was many ways a precursor of Sri and was developed in 2001. Google Now chatbot was launched Google Inch in year of 2012. In answers questions, performs action through the request mode. Next version is Cortana. Cortana was first demonstration at Microsoft's build year of 2014. It is directly integrated into both Windows Phone devices and Windows 10 PCs. Next version is Alexa. Alexa is developed by Amazon. It was introduced in 2014 in build into the device such as the Amazon Echo and Echo Dot. Chatbot introduction. Chatbot is a computer programming that construct conversational by audio or text. Chatbots are supported in audio and text formats. It's also known as Talkbot, artificial conversation entity, bot, chatterbox. It is term powered by rules and regulations of artificial intelligence that you can interact with chat interface. It communicates like a real person. Why we need chatbot? Bots are lot of easier to install than mobile apps. Bots are distributed easily. Quality mobile apps are expensive to build, maintain and deploy. Moving complexity to cloud reduce a user's cognitive load. Top 4 frameworks and platforms. It can be called as chatbot development framework, also chatbot platform framework. Chatbot development frameworks are given for development functionality and development tools are available in development process. Less code but users have to develop the chatbot. Chatbot platform, online based chatbot service. It's for beginners who does not know the technical knowledge of development. No coding and no development. Chatbot available in market field of development. Microsoft chatbot frameworks and WIT.ai. It invented by Facebook Messenger. API.ai. It's automatically redirected into dialog flow. Some same functionalities like a WIT.ai. List of chatbots available in platform. Chatfuel and Motion.ai commercial usage. Types of chatbot. Chatbot is a computer programming robot designed to interact with users, replacing humans. They humans conversational and provide end-to-end support. Chatbots are classification into two business field: scripted bots, AI bots. How many types of chatbots there? Some says that 3 and some have rounded up to number of 7. What is correct answer? Chatbots are not identity in particular type of chatbots because different fields using in different chatbots. Classification of chatbots depend into two things: problem you are trying to solve, functionalities you are trying to incorporate. Scripted bots. The bots are predefined with a conversational flow, and so when a user throw a query, the put response with predefined scripted from the library. Scripted bots already fixed in particular fixed question and answer. You asking that question, chatbot reply in particular answer. AI bots. AI bots are intelligent bots. Use NLP. NLP natural language processor to answer user queries. The intelligent bots act smart and responds back with most appropriate answer possible. It actually gets trained to users queries and make a pattern to respond back them with the most reliable answer possible. Top 5 types of chatbot for solving business problem. Support chatbots. A support chatbots find all industries, majorly retail, human resource and digital marketing and healthcare. Use cases of support chatbots: customer service bot, e-commerce bot with recommendation engine capabilities, food ordering bots. Skill chatbots. It is a single tone type chatbot that does not require much of contextual awareness. It can be just follow command to perform a action. Skill chatbot following human commands. Example, human command switch on the lights readily with speech recognition functionality. A skill bot requires powerful NLP features as well as must be quick to work. Assistant bots. Assistant bots like support bots need to be good at conversation and answering FQA. The most also be entertaining to maintain users' interest. Traditional bots. The bots can be roughly classified into assistant bots as they often act on behalf of humans to perform various transactions, for example, placing an order, making a reservation, etc. Information and informational and information gathering bots. Both type bots help either in collecting or distributing informations. For example, a news bot can send push notification or offers new recommendation to users with of AI and text classification technologies. Information gathering bots can act research assistant by extracting as much information as possible either for human or from a internet resource like a website or an ebook.
Good morning, myself Prabhu. Here I am going to continue our slides. In this slide, we are going to see top 5 types of chatbot for solving business problems. In business problems, chatbots are useful to solve their problems easily and more efficiently. For this, here I am going to discuss top 5. First one is support chatbot. Support chatbot find use in all industries, majorly in retail, human resource, digital marketing, and healthcare. In these domains, support chatbots are used if morely and then more useful to access their works and reduce the human work. So, use case of support chatbot: customer service bot, e-commerce bot with recommendation engine capability, food ordering bots, food delivering bots, food making bots, like that. Next one is skill chatbot. It is a single turn type chatbot that doesn't require much of contextual awareness. So it can just follow a command to perform an action. So this type of chatbots are performing their work through the actions from the user's command. For example, user says switch on the light, so the chatbot will understand the command and it will perform the response services as a action. So the chatbot will switch on the light. This is the example what I gave. For example, a skill chatbot can follow the command switch on the light readily. With the speech recognition functionality, a skilled chatbot requires powerful NLP features as well as must be quick to work. Next one is third one is assistant bot. It's like a support bot need to be good at conversation and answering frequently questions. They must also be entertaining to maintain user interest. So these type of assistant bots they can get attract from the users, so they can easily interested with the chatbot and easy to ready to ask any kind of request to the chatbot. Next one is transactional bots. For example, placing an order, making a reservation, food delivering process, food making process. These type of process can be done by the transactional bots. These bots can be roughly classified into assistant bots as they often act behalf of human to perform various transactions. These type of transactions are done by the transactional bots. It will be useful for the business problems. Next one is informational and information gathering bots. Both types of bots help either in collecting or distributing the information. From the word information, we can able to understood what type of bot it is. So this type of bot will able to get the information from the various users and deliver the users to the requested people, and it will share to others. This for this only information and informational gathering bots are used in business process. For example, a news bot or an informational bot can send push notification or offer news recommendation to users with use of AI text and classification technology. With based of UI and text classification technologies, the users can be get a response from the informational and information gathering bots. Next slide is other types of chatbot. These are other types of chatbots like a button based, iBot based, AI bot and so on. Button based bot, it usually it says like in olden days we get a call from customer care. They say press 1 to know about English, press 2 to know about Tamil, like that. Here in this chatbot, press XYZ button to get the request separately and getting a response from the chatbot. Cyber chatbot means like a button based bot. It helps users to find answers to the most frequent and common questions. So some common questions, some frequent questions are asked by the users. For that hybrid bot are used, it will respond immediately to the common questions. AI bot, it can auto complete simultaneous communication with multiple users. This type of bot can be communicate with the multiple users at simultaneously, so the user can easily request and then from the chatbot they get a response very quickly. If you ask the developer of IBM Watson, they will tell you there are 3 types of business chatbots like support, skill and assistant. Other people say there are 7 type of chatbot. Still others say there are 5 kind of good chatbot and 4 kinds of bad chatbots. There are classification of types of chatbots are many. So still now we doesn't know how many types of chatbot are there. According to our domain, according to our functionality, the chatbot can be developed for us and the types also developed for us. Still others say there are just 2.5 types of chatbots, that is Flow, AI and Hybrid. And the former Facebook engineer says there are 3 interaction model types of chatbots: layer, pillar as backbone. From the 3 interaction model, the classification will be depends upon to the chatbot, and the types of chatbot will be classified. Next one is how does natural language processing in chatbot works. NLP involves 2 processes: natural language understanding and natural language generation. These are the two processes are going to involve in NLP to do the process of chatbot. So NLU is a natural language understanding, is the ability of chatbot to understand a human. It is the process of converting text into structured data for machine to understand. So NLG transform structured data into text. So NL is the process of getting a request from the user. It's a text format and it has to be finally transformed into structured data to it is able to understand by the machine. So it's the process of NLU, and NLG is NLG transforms structured data into text format. That's the process of NLU and NLG. Imagine a user writes to a chatbot, "What is the weather in San Francisco today?" To give a reply, chatbot breaks down the sentence into intent and entities. An intent is an action or request the user wants to perform or information he wants to get. So this is the intent. An entity means entity is detail that complements the intent. It can be location, date, color, size, flavor, or etc. So intent is a action or request from the user. So entity is used to guess the sentences, whether it is a location, the user asked a request like a location or date or color, size, all those things. From this intent and entities, response will be given by the chatbot. There are few main steps in NLP mechanism. First one is tokenization. Second one is part of speech tagging. Third one is stemming. Fourth one is name entity recognition. Fifth one is sentiment analysis. Tokenization. Tokenization, which means splitting a sentence into different parts, words or tokens. A sentence will be break into different parts, words or tokens. From the words or tokens, a part of speech tagging will be identified. Then stemming process will be involved. After that, name entity recognition. After that, finally we get a response from the chatbot. Part of speech tagging means it determines whether which words are nouns, verbs or adjective. So it will split the nouns, verbs, adjective from the user request, and it will be shortening word to the basic form. And name entity recognition means find entities in the text that should user as typed. So sentiment analysis, which means the ability of computer to recognize user emotions. And suppose if user asks how happy today, how are you, like that, with the help of these sentences the emotions can be generated with the help of the sentiment analysis. So here is the working of natural language processing. The user will be it is a 24 chatbot is a 24 hour services, so it can be accessed at any time. It will be reply to the request at any time. So a chatbot will be there. So chatbot will be the queries will be deployed into NLP layer. From the NLP layer, the two bases will be divided. One is knowledge base, another one is data storage. From the knowledge base, it will get the response from the user, response to the user. Another one is data storage. Some of the frequent questions, some of the common questions, these types of questions, these type of bot questions will be stored in data storage. So a chatbot can be get to a response from the data storage, and it will be replied to the users within fraction of second. That is the purpose of data storage. Next, how chatbot brain works. So how human brain works can be able to understand. Then how chatbot brain works, how machine brain works. So from the knowledge source, it will be performed into stock phrases. From the stock phrases, it will be converted into conversation memory. So this sentence will be go through into the three parts of the chatbot brains, and it will finally produce the output to the users. Suppose user says hello, the chatbot brain guess and analyze a particular word and find that word in keyword filters, and after that word process via those three parts of chatbot brain, and it understand the word and construct the sentence and give reply to the user WhatsApp. Suppose if user say hello, chatbot replies WhatsApp, but the the word process will be performed like that only. Next one is benefits of chatbot. user satisfaction, customer service enhancement, simply employee life. So user satisfaction. So users will be what was the thing user satisfaction from the chatbot. First one is immediate answer. It will be available for 24 hours services, 90% correct answers, personalized answers. If you ask anything personally, the chat will be able to reply personally. Customer anatomy, innovative customer service. So in chatbot, some of the innovative things are will be involved, and it will be able to identify from the users. So it will be very able to access by the people side. So next one is customer service enhancement, quality and detail of response, knowledge centralization, multi-channel consistency. So the chatbot will be quality and it will be detail of response, knowledge centralization. So from the human's knowledge, the request will be raised. From the chatbot knowledge, central knowledge, the response will be given to the user. So multi-channel consistency. Some of the bots can be interact with the multiple users at the same time. So to do several actions at the same time. This is the multi-channel consistency bots. Next one is simply employee life, enhance productivity and operational effectiveness, decrease email and call services, resource allocation, value added tasks. So if you have any problem, means you can call to the customer care, and you can submit a request to the customer care. Afterwards they will respond to your request 2 or more days. So for that, for avoiding chatbot can be implemented. So decrease emails and call services. Emails can be also decreases, call services to the customer care also it decreases. So for simple employees, so it can be with help of the chatbot, they can be produce the work with enhanced productivity and operational effectiveness, resource allocation and value on added tasks. So some of the resources will be added to the chatbot, and the task will be solved easily. This is the benefits of chatbot.
Hello everyone, this is Prashant, and I am going to continue with the characteristics of the chatbot. First one is intent recognition. Intent recognition is an ability to guess what the user is requesting the chatbot. For example, if a user gives an uncompleted phrase, it will guess the exact phrase the user wants to give. For example, if you want to ask how are you, and by mistaken you have given how and you, the chatbot will understand that the user is trying to ask how are you, This is the intent recognition. The intent is nothing but the questions asked by the user. Next one is the dialogue management. Dialogue management is simply a question and answer that enables your chatbot and gives you a meaningful conversation with the user. It acts like a chat with the chatbot. Third one is humanization. Chatbots can be able to detect and show emotions because it is an artificial intelligence. The chatbot can interact with the user like a human and does not give the feel like you are chatting with the chatbot. Next one is interaction channels. Interaction channels, by which means that you are going to interact with the chatbot. For example, through the app or through a web application or through a website, you can interact with the chatbots. Next one is task automation capability. What are the tasks automatically needs to perform by the chatbots? It has to be given by the users. It is the task automation. It is capable. Chatbots are capable of doing automated replies, and it has to be given with enough data in the back end of the bots. Next one is reporting and monitoring. You can use chatbots in customer care for reporting and monitoring purposes. Chatbot platform tells the user how it's performing and makes that customer happy. Ease of implementation. Chatbots can be implemented anywhere by anyone. It allows the business users to configure the chatbot for themselves. Security and compliance. If you need any security regarding the data collected from the customer, you can use chatbots so that you need not to believe in a human. Security and logging capabilities vary among the platforms the chatbot works. The next thing is, why are chatbots so popular? Chatbots are one of the well-known example of artificial intelligence. They are useful in business and they save time and effort of the humans by automating various aspects of the customer support. For example, if you own a restaurant, you can get the user's needs from a chatbot. You can deliver the customer so quickly, the time will be saved there. Maybe in 5 more years, around 70% of our interactions will be handled by the bots instead of humans. Chatbots, the usage of chatbots are not limited to a question and answer session. It can be used in polling or analyzing something from the customer side. The next one is the advantages of the chatbot. The creation of chatbot have reduced cost. It can be available 24/7, whereas a normal human has to work for 8 hours per day. The chatbots will learn new things when they get a new dialogue, and it will update themselves each time. Multiple consumer handling. A chatbot can handle more than one customer at a time, so that the time can be saved and the customer support will be multiple consumer handling. A chatbot can handle more than one customer at a time, whereas the humans can handle a limited number of clients at once. The disadvantages of the chatbot were complex interface. The interface has to be built. It will be more complex. A human cannot be able to understand the capacity of the chatbot. If the internet connection is low, it takes more time to reply for the consumer questions. The installation cost of the chatbot will be high, and it gives the answers on zero-based thinking. It will not think for the answers, and it will say what the preset is given to the chatbot. Okay, now let's see the demo for the chatbots. For that, we are going to, for example, purpose, we are going to use the Dialogflow console, which belongs to the Google. If you search for Dialogflow console in Google, you will get the first link, Dialogflow. If you get inside, you have to log in with your Google account. If you log in with your Google account, you will get the home page of Dialogflow. Here you can create your chatbot. For example, I have created already a chatbot which is for checking PNR number of. I already created a chatbot which can be used in railways, which can check the PNR status of the ticket. For example, I have given some of the training phrases what the user can ask. I have given here. For example, booking status, please. What is the booking status? PNR status live. What is the waiting list type? These are the things the user can ask. I have just given few dialogues here. And what are the action it should do? If you ask for the booking status, it has to get the PNR number first, and then it has to return a system date. Then what are all the responses it can give is your seat is confirmed, or you are in waiting list, or you are waiting in some numbers. It can be more realistic with the help of the Railway API that is given by the Google. It has to be get, but here simply we are going to give a phrase and get the response of the chatbot. For example, I have given here PNR live status. Here I have got, you forgot to say the PNR number. This, the default response we have got here, that we have not given in this list, but it replies because we have given some actions through the PNR number. So we have got this number. So we randomly pick this some numbers. So because we don't have any train ticket here, and to enter, and then immediately it is given the response, travel date please, because we have got a travel date here as an action. So we have to give the date. We randomly just give a date, enter. Here it replies your seat is confirmed. It will reply anything in this 3 response. If this chatbot is enabled with the Google API of Railway, we can make it more interesting. We can also give through the programming. We can also create a chatbot through programming, so that we have to give some intents, patterns and responses here. Here we can see some of the patterns and the responses for those patterns given here. These are the patterns and the responses given here, and I have written the code. I have written the code using the TensorFlow package in Python, so we can get it. Then the model has to be trained, and finally we will get the responses like this. If I give, this question is in that intent file, so we can ask anything, so that the given responses will be given by the chatbot. For example, if we make like this, we can chat with the chatbot like here. If we say hi, the chatbot will say good to see you again. Then we ask for where are you located at, and we are on the chatbot says some location, and if the user asks for what is the menu today, and it gives a link to check the menu, and this is how the chatbox works. Thank you.